Have you ever stopped to wonder what truly happens to matter when it falls into a black hole? What if I told you that those objects might reappear in the past, the future, or even an entirely different universe? This isn't science fiction. These are genuine mysteries that the world's greatest minds are struggling to solve right now. Today, we're going to break down 20 unbelievable facts about black holes, facts that seem to violate the laws of physics and consistently drive scientists crazy. Get ready to have your mind blown, because once you see this video, you will never look at the cosmos the same way again. But before we plunge into the depths of this cosmic madness, let's quickly establish the basics. What exactly is a black hole? Simply put, it's a region of space-time where gravity is so intense that nothing, not even light, can escape its pull. Imagine compressing our sun down to the size of a small city. That concentrated mass is precisely what creates a black hole. This entire concept was first predicted by Albert Einstein in his general theory of relativity. But even Einstein couldn't have imagined the sheer strangeness hidden just beyond the event horizon. Let's dive in. Let's start with the basics. Black holes aren't actually black, and technically, they aren't holes. This term simply describes an object with an incredibly powerful gravitational pull. Often, surrounding them are massive disks of gas and dust, which heat up to millions of degrees and glow brighter than hundreds of galaxies combined. So, the darkest objects in the universe actually put on the brightest show. Fact number 2. Time operates differently near a black hole. The closer you get to the event horizon, the slower time passes for you compared to the rest of the universe. Imagine you could hover right at the edge of the black hole and then return. Only minutes might pass for you, but thousands of years, millennia, would have elapsed here on Earth. This isn't science fiction. It is a direct and proven consequence of Einstein's theory of relativity. Fact number 3. Black holes actually come in different sizes. We have stellar mass black holes, which are typically a few times heavier than our Sun. Then you have the supermassive ones, like the black hole at the centre of our own galaxy. It's called Sagittarius A star, and it weighs the equivalent of 4 million suns. But there's also a theory that microscopic black holes exist, some potentially as small as a single atom. What happens if you fall into a black hole? The answer is pretty grim. You are going to experience spaghettification. The gravity pulling on your feet will be so much stronger than the gravity pulling on your head that your body will be stretched into a long, thin strand, just like a piece of spaghetti. Definitely not the best way to go. Fact 5. Black holes are capable of spinning, and they do so at truly incredible speeds, often approaching the speed of light. This rotation doesn't just swirl nearby matter, it literally drags space-time itself along with it. This powerful phenomenon is known as the lens-thirring effect, or more commonly, frame dragging. Moving on, black holes can actually sing. While there is no sound in space, of course, when two black holes merge, they create incredibly powerful ripples in the fabric of space-time, what we call gravitational waves. Scientists have learned how to capture these waves and translate them into audible sound. The resulting sound usually resembles a quiet, low hum, or sometimes a brief chirp. Fact number 7. A paradox. Black holes aren't eternal. Despite their reputation as all-consuming monsters, they slowly, very slowly evaporate. This process is known as Hawking radiation. Tiny particles constantly pop into and out of existence, right at the edge of the event horizon, steadily carrying away the hole's energy. But even the smallest black hole would take billions upon billions of years to fully evaporate. Fact number 8. If you were falling into a black hole, you would actually witness the future of the entire universe. As your own perception of time slows almost to a complete stop at the event horizon, you would simultaneously see time in the outer world accelerating rapidly. You would watch stars be born, evolve and die in the blink of an eye. It would be the most spectacular and the very last show of your life. Fact 9. We cannot observe a black hole directly. That's impossible because light cannot escape its gravitational pull, but we can see its influence on everything around it. we observe stars orbiting an invisible center, or we watch the light from distant galaxies become warped as it passes this massive object. A black hole is essentially a cosmic criminal that we catch based solely on the clues and evidence it leaves behind. The 10th fact, and this one truly puzzles scientists, it is the information paradox. One of the fundamental laws of physics states that information cannot be destroyed. But what happens to the information about an object that falls into a black hole? Does it vanish forever? Or is it stored somewhere else? To this day, scientists still do not have a definitive answer to this question. Fact number 11. Black holes might be naked. Normally, the singularity, the center of a black hole, is concealed by the event horizon. However, some theories suggest the existence of naked singularities, visible points of infinite density. If these exist, the laws of physics as we know them simply break down. Fact number 12. If you were to replace our sun with a black hole of the exact same mass, nothing much would change for Earth, except, of course, that it would become incredibly dark and cold. The planets, however, would continue orbiting exactly as they do now. That's because at a distance, the gravity of a black hole is indistinguishable from the gravity of any star of the same mass. 13. The very first image of a black hole was only captured in 2019. Achieving this required a global network of 8 radio telescopes, operating together as a single, Earth-sized, giant telescope. What we see in the image is not the black hole itself, but rather its shadow cast against the backdrop of a superheated accretion disk. Fact number 14. Black holes don't just consume matter, they actively expel it. Instead of falling inward, some of the material in the accretion disk is accelerated to near light speeds and blasted outward in the form of colossal jets. These jets can stretch for thousands of light years, profoundly influencing entire galaxies. Fact 15. Inside a black hole, space and time might actually swap roles. Calculations suggest that beyond the event horizon, motion through space toward the singularity becomes just as inevitable as our forward movement through time. You cannot avoid moving toward the center, just like you cannot stop aging. Fact 16. Scientists have hypothesized about the existence of white holes. These theoretical objects are considered the complete opposite of black holes. While nothing can escape a black hole, nothing can enter a white hole. Instead, it only continuously spews out matter and energy. Some scientists suggest that black holes and white holes might actually be connected via a wormhole. 17. The closest known black hole we know of, Gaia BH1, is only 1,600 light-years away. By cosmic standards, that's practically right next door. But don't worry, it's far too distant to pose any threat to us. Fact 18. Black holes might actually be older than galaxies themselves. There is a theory suggesting that primordial black holes formed in the very first moments after the Big Bang. These objects may have then acted as the seeds around which the first galaxies later coalesced, including our own Milky Way. 19. The most massive black hole ever discovered is a monster named Ton, 618. Its mass is estimated at 66 billion solar masses. To put that scale into perspective, our entire solar system could easily fit inside it many, many times over. It truly is a titan of the universe. And finally, the 20th and most crucial fact of all, we simply have no idea what is at the very heart of a black hole. Our current theories predict a singularity there, a point of infinite density and zero volume, where the fundamental laws of physics break down entirely. But that result most likely just tells us that our theories are incomplete. What is actually inside remains the single greatest mystery in modern science. So, what exactly are black holes? Portals to other worlds, glitches in the fabric of the universe, or simply the ultimate fate of massive stars? Scientists still don't have all the answers. But every new mystery only pushes us toward new discoveries, forcing us to rethink everything we thought we knew about reality. These are awe-inspiring and terrifying objects that serve as a stark reminder of just how much we still have left to discover. Thank you for sticking with us and watching this entire cosmic journey. If your brain hasn't exploded from all these facts yet, Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next video. Now here is a question for you. What do you think is inside a black hole? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below.